Hey everyone, Angie Crawford here, and I am all ready to tell you about, I'm kind of, sort of ready to tell you all about Recover Your Contact Experience, additional ticket required, with Caroline Cory. Now, this was at 4:40 p.m. on Saturday the 4th in the Venus Room. And Caroline, she actually had two special sessions. One was Recover Your Contact Experience, and the other was Discover Your Cosmic Lineage. She kind of combined both of these because you could do either at this. And she wanted an intimate room, but this was the smallest that they had. Here's a rough photo of the place. Before we got started, it was kind of funny because there was a guy there who just had to talk, and he said that he's the oldest soul. Oh. He just is. Now, I'm not saying that he wasn't, because you can tell this guy had a lot going on in him, but it just felt like he had a lot of baggage and such. But it was just kind of funny that, you know how some people just have to talk?
Them.
You know, and it was just like, so everyone's kind of looking at it and like, okay, let's say you are the oldest soul. I mean, you want a medal? I mean, you know, okay, we didn't come here to hear you, we came here to hear Caroline, at any rate. So, but anyway, yes, but at any rate, so recover your contact with extraterrestrials or recover your lineage. And they say, you know, that everyone came from the stars, and this regression will allow you to discover who you truly are. And Caroline talked a little bit about herself, and I've mentioned this. She said that she started seeing the fabric of space at the age of 5. So she does see the sacred geometry of actual space. And when this happened, she wondered how her brain got there. And she said that the best way to retrieve information is to do it objectively. You want to be as pure and as clean as possible. She said that past life regressions work because what you do is you go back to that space and time. She said that if you put something into the Akashic records at that time, you can go back and change it. It's called reprogramming. So she also talked about that the future is kind of imprinted in the fabric of space-time as well, which is the Akashic records. So this is where you're going to go because you've already imprinted things. So when people talk about destiny or I feel this is going to happen, well, it's because you've already imprinted that, so that's where you're going. Having said that, you can also change it. So if you see yourself going in a certain direction, you can stop and you can reprogram it. She said, our brains are geometric patterns. We're in larger communication with the universe. When we match our brain with the universe, all 0 points align. And then this is when we have telepathic communication and when we can see the larger spectrum of what's really around us. When we switch from linear thinking to multi-brain thinking, then we use 100% of our brains. Big takeaway here. If we created an experience, we can uncreate it. She said, we are co-creators. If you take ownership of that, you can change your circumstances. So think about that. If you have some circumstance in your life that you would like to change, something that you feel helpless about or something that you feel a victim in or something, just take a minute and stop and take ownership of it. Say, I created this. This circumstance is my doing. What does that do? It gives you the power. You're no longer a victim. You said, I did this and I am going to change this. So also you can think about, well, why would you have done this to yourself? Why are you in this circumstance? Do you think it's because of soul growth? Are you really learning something from this? Did you do it to please someone else and not yourself? Whether higher dimensional or lower dimensional, take ownership of it. When you own it, you can change it. Caroline also, the session that she recorded, that she did for us, this regression session, she said that she was going to put it up on YouTube and her own website. As of this recording, she hasn't done that yet. I know she's extremely busy. She's in pre-production on another film. So hopefully it will be up there so that everyone can experience this. But just in general, I'm going to tell you some tidbits about what happened, because there are all types of these regressions out there in case you want to pull something else up from YouTube. But she said, to regress, make sure that you're clear on your intention. So for example, I want to connect with my soul lineage and learn the truth. And she also said, where do you want to go? What do you want to learn, and why? Be clear so that you can just go there and make it happen. She said your soul lineage is your spirit family. We connect through our we connect through our higher selves, and then through our spirit families, and then to source. So she said a couple of things too as you do this. First of all, you will attract the lineage that is yours. She said you will attract other beings that work with you to help you. And she said also you could be communicating with a parallel aspect of yourself. As you do this, she said, always stay with your experimental brain. Don't switch to linear brain. If brain chatter starts, get rid of it. Remember, you're in control. Get rid of it. Just go with the flow, go with the experience. She said it's possible to feel lightheaded after the session because you've moved so much energy and you've released stuff. You've moved through dimensions. So be kind to yourself when you're done. But she said this also works with healing. You can go back to that moment, boom, when you started to become ill. Go back, change it, reverse it, choose another path. But she said this also works with healing. You can go back to that moment, boom, when you started to become ill. Go back, change it, reverse it, choose another path. So we did the regression, and what I said is that what I want to do is I want to connect with my soul lineage to find my true family. Now, again, supposedly we're all from the stars, and, we've come here to help planet Earth ascend. And I have done these regression things in the past, and so I'm pretty sure I know who I am. But I wanted to do this with an open mind and such, plus with Caroline, to, to really kind of hone in to make sure that this is the truth. And for me, when I did my regression, basically, I got so many different images that all came together in a story. But what I saw is I saw a pure planet Earth. There was one human there, an elephant, a tree, other animals, and foliage that were my guides. They were all moving, even the tree. They were all walking. This elephant was leading and coming toward me. It was literally something like out of, like a Jungle Book cartoon or something. I couldn't believe that. It's like, here I was on Earth, and it was like it was so pure, and all these beings and such. And then I looked out over the ocean, and there was a pyramid hovering over the ocean, and there was a funny Rudolph nose on the top. And it was like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of interesting. So I spoke with Caroline about all of this, and we determined, okay, a little background first, keep you in suspense. I've always known that I'm different. It's like I feel like I get along with everyone, but yet I'm different. I really have never found someone who's really completely parallel to me. And, again, we are all from the stars, or are we? Wait for it. So what we determined is that I'm not from another planet. I'm a native earthling. I'm a fairy.
Oh, wow.
So, first of all, thank you to all of you people from other planets, Tim, thank you for coming here and helping our planet ascend and such. We couldn't do it without you. Tim, do you have a question?
I do. I want to ask, you mentioned earlier that Caroline said we use our linear brain or we can switch to multi. How can we, as normal people, do that? Is it something we do easily?
Very easily, through meditation.
Thank you.
Any type of meditation that works for you. There's tons on YouTube, and Caroline has some on her website. You can go to her YouTube channel and you can see what speaks to you. But it's basically just sitting quietly, and especially Caroline and her voice. It's at a certain that certain megahertz type situation that she can take you where you just want to be, and then when you just experience, then you experience. and you're not, what time is it? And then tick, 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 because that's all linear. So that's how you can do that. Is through meditation. So, but at any rate, so that's with this meditation regression. So yes, so I am a fairy. So once again, thank you so much for coming to my planet and helping us with the ascension. So.
Wow, Angie.
But anyway, so that is why I'm different. It's like, that makes so much sense. And plus the people that know me, it's like, I have 100 plants in my apartment. They all have names. I talk to them all the time. And here, this is Harold. It's like we're all one big happy family. I'm always talking to the trees. I saw a tree sprite the other day. I mean, it's like, can't everyone see this? So, but anyway, so that is why. But but oh yes, and additionally, with all of those visions and such that I got, basically, what my purpose in life is to help restore planet Earth to her pristine self. My essence is pure Earth. I do this through spirituality, but also in the 3D world, I do it through comedy. So I spread my message through fun, whether it be me just talking to a friend, producing Mr. Mouse, rocking this AlienCon review videos with Angie Crawford, whatever it is, it's fun. This is what my purpose is. So, and again, like I said, because I'm different, I can connect with everyone. So this whole experience was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Caroline has so many different sessions too on her website that you can purchase for that are regressions, that are healing and everything else. She's OmniMum.com, Omnimum Media. Do a Google search. Caroline Cory. But she's amazing. She does sell a lot of things, but they're inexpensive too. So if there's some healing thing that you want to focus on, chances are she has it there. And there's so much that you can learn from her. So I give this special session, Recover Your Contact Experience, and Discover Your Lineage. Drum roll, please. Can I have a drum roll?
Oh, yes!
Caroline's amazing. This was incredible. And if you ever have a chance to hear her speak, I highly recommend it. And certainly if you ever have a chance to do one of her meditations or regressions with her live, do it. It will absolutely be a massive impact on you.
Excellent.
So that is that. And I will be back shortly with more exciting things and information that happened at AlienCon. In the meantime, I am Angie Crawford, and this is AlienCon Review. And if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section. All right. Thanks so much for watching.